Hello guys. I guess we're starting. We're gonna be solving the mic issues as we go. But today we are going against Tiffin, and we are seeing a Link Ditto match right now.
Yeah,
W-
we're starting out with the Ditto Link. Um, I have not played enough of the Zelda games. I've only played one, but to be fair, it is my favorite game. But Dark Link versus Light Link. I'm pretty sure it's probably canon. I don't know. I'd have to play a
oh
Zelda
my
game
god.
besides Breath of the Wild. I'm lazy. But
Alright.
it is getting a little trippy with the VU Esports versus the TU Esports.
Anyway,
But nice Aerosnet coming out does get a early stock lead with only 30%. So I
yes.
guess it is the canon.
Yeah, yeah, Alex is doing an incredible job against this Link. Watching him, ugh, watching that, like, arrow spike was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, Alex has had such good coverage already. He has been
Hmm.
covering the rolls and especially on the platforms there, some really good coverage. Having a lot of moves that will actually cover the majority, if not all of the options, assuming he gets the timing right. And he
Yeah.
has been getting the timing right most of the time. Jump coverage, there we go. As we're talking about, he has been getting really good coverage and has been getting a lot of mileage off of it.
This is um TU Esports is just gonna hope for at least one stock against Alex. That's the most they can hope for right now because their link is not doing good. I'm expecting maybe lack of warming up or something, but we'll see what
Maybe, but
happens.
Alex is showing him how it's done. He's showing, hey, sometimes you might need to warm up, then you might look like me. uh, does get spiked, but lives it either way.
Mhm.
Has taken quite a bit of damage, but is still on his first stock. So even if he does fall here, he has
Mhm.
still already gone positive. So
Yeah.
not too bad.
TU Esports did miss a huge punish, but they got that one in.
I see your up B out of shield, and I raise you an up B out of shield.
Yep, that is a fight Link players should not take.
That's a link play. That's a fight link players often take because they like up B.
Yep.
Again, see, you up B first, you lose.
All
Oh
right.
man.
So, I learned what characters we could possibly see today. Weston did not know.
Hey, I heard a couple of them.
Oh my gosh. I know we can expect either like a Terry, a Pyramithra. I can't remember the
I
third
heard
one.
something about a Mega Man,
Mega
which
Man. I
you know
think that
what?
was
I'm
the other
down
one.
for. Mega Man has the okay. Mega Man, my personal opinion, he can be lame, but he also be freaking hype, and it really depends on how you play him. So I'm kind
Hmm.
of down to see a Mega Man because there are like no other Mega Man players in this entire conference. So depending on how they play, I'm down for it.
I am excited. I'm hoping to see like maybe a Pyramithra duel. That'd be cool.
We could quite possibly
Or
see Aegis.
not
It
duel.
is fairly a common character as well.
I mean, they're kind of broken.
I I think the most understated part of that entire sentence was the kind of. They are a very good character, and which is also why they're very popular.
I mean, I feel like that's most characters. And speaking of the Aegis, here comes the
Speaking of the
Aegis.
Aegis, here we come. So anyway, Xenoblade rant time.
No, no, just because Mike left the
As
room,
Mike leaves the
that
room.
does not mean you get to go on a
I don't know. That
rant.
seems
No,
like an opportunity to me.
no, it is not.
But speaking of opportunity, projectiles.
This definitely seems like it might be one of Link's worst matchups, but we'll see how this goes for him.
It to me it seems like it's going to be very much a volatile matchup because as we're seeing right now, Alex is actually keeping him out quite well,
Mhm.
getting a ton of damage and just really racking it up. Almost getting a kill here is too low, but
Yep.
shows the advantage of when Link is ahead and is able to get himself set up. But in
Mhm.
turn, Mithra has the speed, also has a sword as well, and on top of Pyra, once they get into advantage, it can be very difficult for Link to get out.
Yeah.
Link doesn't have a super great up close game get off me besides Nair, which granted is very good,
Mhm.
but it can be very dangerous if Mithra specifically gets her hands on him.
Yeah. She is just not landing like any of her combos,
She
and
hasn't
that's
gotten the chance.
no. And that's what's really stopping her from doing anything. Not landing those combos is what is keeping this Aegis back from actually doing anything.
Hmm. Yeah, they've swapped to Pyra as well. Mithra wasn't working, so said maybe Pyra will be able to do something.
I don't think it's working either.
I don't think it's working too much. Alex seems to be in their head a little bit, just covering some quite good options. And there we go.
Not even
Aegis is down.
taking a stock.
Aegis is down.
That was a little depressing to watch, let's be honest.
Oh no, it felt kind of good. I don't know. We're on the winning side of that. I'm fine with it.
I understand we're on the winning side, but like it still feels bad from their
Yeah,
perspective.
that is
Like,
true. But it was well played from Alex, who's doing
mhm,
a lot of really nice coverage, keeping Aegis out, putting a lot of projectiles in the angles that the Aegis wanted to approach him from.
mhm,
He recognized that Mithra really just kind of wanted to run straight at him.
yeah,
They weren't really jumping over or approaching with defensive options like shield
yeah,
or anything. So he was just throwing out projectiles to cover that option and then converting off of it, doing a
mhm,
lot of good option coverage, even just off stage and on the platform.
yes,
So that was very well played from him. Just that he just
mhm.
didn't really get to play the game.
I mean, yep. If he just doesn't get to play the game, then that most likely means that uh, it's probably gonna be a good game for us.
Yup.
And Chris might be popping off in the background about not needing to play the video game.
Oh, here's the Mega Man. Here's the judgment arises of how he plays.
Oh God.
Yeah, Chris is probably excited that he might not have to play the game today, but
Well, not right now.
we
We
will
have
see.
another match later.
That is true, but hey, you don't know. You never know. He might not have to play the game. Get back on that platform. There you go. There you go. Get back on that platform.
Try to get some unfair advantage.
Yeah, it's not too much of a big deal if at least they're just underneath the platform. But I have seen some people just like take center stage that taunt. I'm like, excuse me. But
Yeah, it's not like as fair because you're closer to approaching than the other person.
yeah. But again, with this coverage from Alex, just really covering a lot of options, especially with that boomerang, and then covering some platforms with arrows and forward airs that can
Mhm.
actually cover pretty much the whole thing if he gets the timing right.
Yeah, this Mega Man is forcing him to um be the one who approaches, and I think that's what this Mega Man is looking for.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, I think what this Mega Man is really looking for is to just zone out with his large amount of projectiles and good
mhm.
zoning game. But the thing is, Link can also have a zoning game, and
Yes.
I think Alex has recognized that he really just wants him to approach, so he is deciding to not,
Mhm.
and he's kind of just he's playing against the game plan here. And that almost killed, but is definitely not. And that one will though. Nice coverage. He's been getting so much mileage off of
Yes.
that full hop forward air.
Mhm.
A lot of Tiffin's players have been recovering from that high angle up there, so that forward
Yeah.
air has been getting a lot of mileage.
Yeah, and I think they should acknowledge like, hey, this isn't working. Maybe we should try and go a
Hmm.
slightly different route, but they haven't really tried to do that yet.
Yep,
So,
recovering from different routes is super important. Mixing up your recovery is really good. Going low is always an option, especially Mega Man specifically can recover high like that because his
mhm.
uppy doesn't put him in special fall, but it's a lot more dangerous to recover high since if your uppy does. But Mega Man can get
Mhm.
away with it. He can land with down air or something like that. So
Yeah.
recovering super high is definitely an option. Recovering low is also an option, but they seem to have not been mixing up the recovery routes
Mhm.
too much, which
This is the official second stock taken against Alex, but Mega Man is taking some heavy damage. If
yep.
if Alex can take one more stock, Mega Man is in a very bad position against our top two
I
players.
don't know. With the coverage that Alex is pulling out, he might not get the chance to play against Chris or Keegan, which they are both happy about. They both probably don't want to play the game today. Although Keegan might. Chris definitely doesn't.
Well, I mean, Keegan's girlfriend is here, so he probably wants to play the game.
That is true, but he might not get the chance if Alex gets his way because he has been doing really well, really nice coverage here,
Mhm.
just again, like I keep going on about this coverage, but it is actually just what he is doing. He's doing it so
Mhm.
well as well with the projectiles, just covering all the options and converting off of the option that they choose
Yeah.
because it got coverage by the prior hit,
Yeah.
and that is going to catch him.
Nope.
Nice. He didn't.
He
He
was
missed the bomb
dead.
recovery. He missed the bomb recovery.
Yep.
Yep. That was really close to making it back too. I
Mhm.
think I heard a sigh through the wall because I think he knew that he should have lived there, but
Yeah, it's whatever though.
yep.
It's unfortunate, but it's quite a solid lead
Yep.
again for the next
It
person.
is
So.
quite a solid lead, but my guess is we're gonna throw in Keegan because Chris probably is petitioning to not play the game right now. Um, although hear me out, if neither of them want to play, I could go in. It would be funny. Do I advise it? No. But
You are the sub for the GLEC team.
hey, I could whip out the Joker.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
my guess is Keegan because Chris probably doesn't want to play the game.
Well, on actually the topic of your Joker, we're actually seeing a few people pick up some different characters, trying to get some different secondaries coming on. So you are obviously testing out your Joker some more.
I have been playing Joker a lot.
But we also have Fitz working on Sephiroth.
So Fitz now has a wide variety of characters, much like
Yes.
Chris. A little smaller of a roster though, because Fitz isn't half the entire roster. But yeah, Fitz is working on a Sephiroth with his Pac-Man to cover some of the longer range matchups
Mhm.
that he has a little bit of difficulty with, is what he
Yes.
said for the reasoning. So
Mhm.
I
It's
do
very
like it.
yeah, it's very interesting to come in and just see you two dueling with your secondaries.
If the Joker Sephiroth is not a usual character matchup we see here,
Nope.
but definitely did see it.
All right. Unfortunately, Chris, I think has to play the video game
No,
today,
Chris, you have fallen to the dark side of having to play the video game. No.
but he is not going for Captain Falcon, which they likely were expecting.
That is true, and that is probably because of the very strong zoner game that Mega Man can have. That Captain Falcon has to get in,
Mhm.
as we've mentioned in prior streams, and Wolf can deal with the camping a little better. He has his reflector, he has a laser to do a bit of camping on his own,
Mhm.
but it is a better matchup for Chris to go with the Wolf instead of the Captain
Yep.
Falcon.
So we're already seeing early percentage on that Mega Man from Chris.
And here
And
comes the grab. It's
yep.
only a little extension, but tries to get a little follow up. I mean,
And
Chris just immediately trying to
yep.
go with the fair trade.
He's just this Mega Man is not learning his lesson about recovering
Mm-hmm.
high. Like anyone who goes in is going to realize, okay, they're gonna recover high. So
Yep, he has recovered high every time, and although he has mixed up the angle a bit, just always recovering high does make you predictable. You do have to mix up your recovery options a little bit.
yep.
So that is one piece of advice that I would give to this team as a whole.
Mhm.
Really, they have all been kind of recovering high, but covering that with a back air does steal the stock.
Yep.
Chris doesn't lose his stock, but did have to play the game, and to him, I'm sure that feels like a loss anyway.
It's an L to him
Yep.
probably.
All
Okay.
right. So we're gonna head off to break. So we will see you right after that.
All right, and we're back. Hopefully with some fixed tech
Yep.
issues.
We had a bit of tech issues on our side, so we were trying to get that fixed. Sorry for the little interruption, but we are back, and during this whole time, stage ban has still been going on. Uh,
It's what we expect. Let's
Yep,
be
it's what we
honest.
expect. It is a Smashers special of taking forever on the stage ban just to go to PS2. And we are hovering PS2 right now in the arena. I know you guys can't
Mhm.
see it, but we are hovering it right now, and I'm a little scared that's exactly what's going to happen.
It's gonna be PS2.
Yeah, I'm scared that it's going to be, yeah, we're taking ages on ban, and then we're just going to go to PS2 anyway. And that is the Smasher special.
I mean, we already know this.
Yeah, it's the Smasher special. It's awesome. It
um,
happens so often, too.
who do you think is going in first?
So my guess it is difficult because Alex showed himself to be able to handle it.
Mhm.
So we could just throw in Alex again.
Mhm.
However, I think Jim might just want to throw in Chris or Keegan just to get them playtime.
Yeah.
So honestly, since Chris got to play a bit last game and he
Mhm.
already doesn't want to play the game,
Yeah.
my guess is it's actually going to be Keegan thrown in so he gets playtime.
um,
That's my guess. And
y-
I approve. We
I
are
approve as well.
going to Battlefield, and they have selected the Xenoblade music, so I approve. Is Alex Shake?
I didn't even know Alex was part of the Xenoblade crew.
He's part of the Xenoblade cult. I'm about
Uh,
this.
I don't even know. Is there anyone on the Smash Bros. Team that isn't part of the Xenoblade group? It's Spencer. Okay.
We need
Um,
to induct him.
I'm not gonna force Xenoblade onto anyone. He might. I can't say anything.
I managed to convince my sister's roommate, or one of my sister's
Yeah.
roommate, to get into Xenoblade, so I'm proud of myself.
Yes, you have mentioned that
Yeah,
before.
it's awesome, but did get the Xenoblade music, so I am a bit happy. But it also does look I was also wrong because it looks like they're sending in Alex. So
I mean, it might just be just want a clean sweep and get some rest time slash warm up time before the next match, which we will
yep,
also be casting. So you cannot escape us
yep.
yet.
There's no escape for you. We are you're stuck with us.
Yep. For at least another hour after this.
Yep, but we're getting into it, and we are seeing a different character than round
Ooh,
one.
interesting, interesting.
Round one, we did not see the Terry coming out.
Mhm. Maybe the Terry is like their best unit, and I'm not sure why they didn't pull it out, but we'll see. Maybe they're hoping for a slightly different, like, I don't know, like catching off guard with a more brawl heavy
Yep.
playstyle.
Quite possibly, they might have just seen that, hey, the other characters last round didn't really work super well, so they might be trying
Mhm.
something else. But I did notice at the start that we did not get the Xenoblade music, so I'm a little sad. So
Unfortunately.
Alex is now I want Alex to mess him up because they didn't pick Xenoblade music. So and it looks like he is fulfilling that a little bit. He has gotten quite a bit of an early lead, some nice damage on him.
Mhm. Yeah, their Terry is actually doing a better job than most of the other characters. The only one that didn't get as good of a job was did as good a job was that Link. So,
But nice coverage here. Just does have go though, so he does have his DLC cheat time, but has to get back on stage before he can use it. Oh jeez,
yeah.
if that was strong hit, he was dead. No matter which side of the stage he got sent,
Mhm. Yep,
doesn't matter.
he died.
Yep,
Yeah, if he was able to get that go off, then he probably would have done some significant damage, or at an edge of the stage, been able to get a kill off.
yep. Go is very strong, and as a fighting game character, he can definitely combo into it. He has a lot of different combos into his go moves.
Mhm.
Some stemming from falling aerial, some from grounded. So it's definitely a strong option, but he has to be past 100 to use it. But so he is not. I can hear Chris laughing about that interaction right there of the drop off ledge. But hey,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, he messed up with like recovering, and he was just punished for it. That was like the first time we've seen a really good punish from this team, unfortunately.
calling out that high recovery again, they all just seem to really prefer the same recovery route of using their double jump
Mhm.
right in the corner and trying to recover high. And Alex has recognized that
Mhm.
immediately and just said, "All right, it's time to eat some forward airs."
Yeah, even as like a weak Smash Bros player myself, I learned very easily that that does not work.
Yeah, because you had to play against some of us.
I've never had to play against most of you
You
guys.
played against me, and then
I
I
played
bullied you.
against you. I did not play against Keegan or Chris, and I'm not going to.
Fair, but that will kill. So
Mhm.
is going a little bit better for Tiffin than the last round. So this Terry has shown to be at least a better pick here. Has gotten quite a
Mhm.
at least a stock, which is a good start. It is definitely a good start,
Yes.
and you tend to take that as well. Judging on how the first round goes, you kind of
Mhm.
just say, all right, you know what, it is doing better than last round, and we can work with that. But
Mhm.
Alex is trying to put a stop to it here.
Not able to read that dodge.
But we see again the high recovery
Yep,
does
and
mix it up a
just.
little bit without using his jump, but still.
Mhm. Yeah, unfortunately, that just high recovery is what's really doing them in.
It
If
really
they
is.
if they could do a little bit better and not go down more often, they'd be in a better spot.
Hmm. But now we see the ledge trapping with Go Terry, but rolls past the power wave, and
Yep, and
Bombs
that's
almost didn't, but it would have been very difficult for that Terry to make it back anyway.
yeah.
He did have his jump, but Terry's recovery can be very exploited, especially with the amount of projectiles Link has with the
Mhm.
boomerang, arrow, and even the bomb is really good at that too, since it also will hit and then explode. But
Yeah, no.
all right, so we are. It does look like we're having a bit more technical issues as well. So we are
Got,
going to go back on a break as we figure this one out. So
gotta love tech issues,
yep, we
everyone.
will see you afterwards.
Can I hear you?
All right, we're good.
Yeah.
All right, so
We're.
sorry, a bit of tech issues on our part, and the game started while we were figuring it
Yep.
out. So bit panicky here, but getting into it. Seems like we have not missed much except for Alex just kind of getting a lot of damage without much answer.
I am more surprised that they didn't bring out the link.
But zero to death right there. Nice, really nice done, nicely done from Alex. Nice, quick zero to death. In the time it took us to put our headsets on, he managed to kill the Mega Man. So you know what? Fair.
Fair enough, Chris and Keegan are likely popping off. Just be like, we don't get to play the video
And
game.
again, calling out that high recovery. Going low is an option, guys. I would honestly recommend it. But has recognized that and is using it against him, so good on him. So
Going low is always typically the safest option. So,
nice use of the Hylian shield. I don't know if
mhm,
that was intentional, but it was still a nice usage because a lot of people forget that that can be used to launch projectiles,
mhm,
mostly because you have to be standing still or crouching for it to do that.
yeah,
And a lot of people don't like to stand still a lot.
mhm,
It's people like to move around, people like to be running around, so it's not up when he's doing that.
yeah,
But you can actually use it to block projectiles. It'll even block like full charge shots
yeah.
and stuff like that. So it's very useful for that.
And this is what makes Link a little bit of a broken character.
Link is a very good character, yeah. He's generally slept on, honestly, just
Mhm,
because he's kind of more difficult. He's on the more difficult side, especially because he's on the slower side as
mhm.
well. But he definitely is not bad by any means. But
All
is there
right.
a negative on hit?
Yeah.
But nice up tilt did come out from the Mega Man to steal that stock away.
Mhm.
The Robo Shoryuken does take the stock away from Alex, but forward air might takes his. Nice bomb setups. But air dodge does cover the high recovery, gets him back on stage.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alex's attempt to cover that did not work.
But up smash, not gonna take it yet, but still tons of good damage. Alex is just keeping him down. Calls out the air dodge this time. Not quite dead though.
Not quite dead. Shocking. This Mega Man, I'm sorry.
Alex is playing with his food, just throwing the bomb up and just walking away. Cool links don't look at explosions. Oh, he tried to jab him. Oh, jeez. Alex, just kill him. Stop playing with your food. I know I do it too, but stop.
I
Just kill him. This is gonna this kills.
Okay, there it goes.
Stop playing with your food, Alex. I know I do it too, but stop.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Uh,
jeez, but was nicely done. Did start that game off with a 0 to death,
yep.
so was pretty nice. Was nicely done, and Alex still has one stock left to take on the third player, whoever it may be.
Yep, they ought to be very cautious with this pick because they know this person's going to have to take on, if they want to continue, 7 different people.
Yep, this next fighter is going. If they want to bring this to a round three, this next fighter is going to have to go through Alex's last stock, as well as Chris and Keegan's three. So it is definitely a tall ask.
Yes.
So this next pick might be very important.
Yes, we rarely see anyone able to take out both Chris and Keegan's
It is
three
not an easy
stocks.
task.
No, it is
They are
not.
definitely some strong players. So yes, you leave music. Yes,
Oh my
do
god.
it. Yes, yes.
This is why.
This is what I've resorted to. It's on my favorite stage too. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Alex is my new favorite person.
Okay, we didn't expect this character. We are
That's right. We did not expect this.
um this is a Sephiroth.
It is
Okay.
indeed. So we were talking about Fitz's Sephiroth. Now we get to see Tiffin's Sephiroth. And
Yes.
again, we didn't get the Xenoblade music. No. All right, mess him up, Alex. Show him how it's done. He needs Xenoblade music. Mess him up.
So this is going to be interesting from Alex's perspective. We didn't expect this, number one. So I'm assuming Alex hasn't really gone against Fitz's Sephiroth at all either.
I believe he has played some games, but I don't think he's played too much. And Link Nair going straight through Octo Slash because of course it does.
DLC character moment.
Link Nair is a little broken. That move has insanely high priority that it will just go through a lot of things. And Alex knows this, and that's why he uses it so much because it's so gosh dang annoying. Because it's good.
Trying to reflect it, and that just goes the first death. 2 stocks trying to take out Alex, and trying their best to take out Chris and Keegan. Not going well though, unfortunately
Yep,
for
he now
them.
only has 2 stocks left to take on 3 of our players. It is definitely going to be a hard ask, but and he is he makes it back. Octo Slash goes a surprisingly far distance. It's
Mhm.
also very hard to ledge trap, but Link doesn't actually really need to be straight on the ledge to ledge trap, so Link can kind of get around that pretty well, and Alex is
Mhm.
showing that he can do that.
My phone is going off. I'm very sorry. I don't know why that happened.
But
Okay.
Link, Alex has been getting some really good coverage. Nice bomb up throw.
Yep.
Calls him out for going with the down air and just hits him out of it. And there is another stock taken for Alex.
This is just Alex's day,
This is
honestly.
Alex's game. He says, you know what? You know what, Chris? You know what, Keegan? I got you. You don't want to play? Don't worry about it. You don't have to.
I'll just do this whole thing for us and show why you go to Germany and pick up a new main.
That is true. Alex did return to us from Germany after he went abroad with a new character. He came back with the Link. He used to play Corrin, and he has returned with the Link and is showing that This link,
Th-
it's got something here.
This is what you need to do, I guess, next year. You gotta go to Germany and pick up a new character.
Please no. I'll just go to Germany and just play Joker the whole time. It'll be something new.
But that Sephiroth was able to get off that read and officially taking out that link.
I heard. Oh my word. The Sephiroth got the dash attack, which was good coverage from him, calls out Alex's landing, and that killed. And all I heard was that room was Chris and Keegan, and I think there was some Jim in there too, of just all three of them going,
Oh!
ah. Oh, that was like perfectly synced too. That was. You almost harmonized over there, guys. It was quite impressive.
It didn't sound like a giant mess of notes, so let's.
Hey, Smash Bros. Choir, just harmonize.
The funniest thing right now would be if Keegan came in and was like, Weston, get it.
They just don't want to play the game that much. You know what? I'd be down. I'll just pull out some random character.
Just pull out the Joker?
Hey, my K roll go kind of crazy.
No, no. We are not doing that again.
What? You don't want to see my random characters?
No.
I'm sad now. I can't go monkey.
A bit of context. So I'm really bad at the game. It is a definite fact. Okay, Chris is doing the same thing. Okay.
All right, Chris, here we go. Time to prove it. We have talked so much on this stream, we mentioned it this stream, and then a bunch of the prior other ones you've talked about how Chris just plays the entire cast, but you've really only seen max 3 characters this whole year, and time to prove the statement, pulling out the Ridley here against the Sephiroth, and we finally got the Xenoblade music. All right, we win here. That's what we needed.
But yeah, I'm notoriously bad at the video game, and he pulled out every single character in the roster and obviously beat me with it. And then he spammed Chris with messages relating about
man,
that.
I love that Ridley taunt. That Ridley taunt is a classic. He
Mm-hmm.
just stances up. That's such a good taunt.
Proving that he is not.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Chris is like, I am so annoyed.
He is standing there menacingly, and you know what? He has proven that he can do that. Just 74% with only a little bit more damage racking up, but only had very little percent racking up. But
yep, and watching the fire, Octoslash obviously making it.
But
Not
Chris is
expecting
showing that, us saying that he mains the entire roster was not for nothing.
You're just pulling out the Ridley just for fun.
Hey, he's pulled out a lot of random characters.
I mean,
yeah. Should be dead.
Yep, that's death.
Yep. There you go, Chris.
I hear him laughing. Okay.
Yep, I can hear him laughing.
Yep.
Yup.
Well, that's going to be interesting later. Alright, so we are going to wrap up this stream, try and figure out the rest of our technical issues, because we have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, hopefully we can figure out for our next stream, which is later today. I'm not sure when that is, though. Do you happen to know when?
Hopefully we can get it figured out through the next one of these in just a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just a take it back.
Hello?
Hello, Chris.
Come on in.
Come in.
Alright, no,
We're cutting it? Alright, never mind.
Yeah, okay, we have to cut. Sorry. Bye.
But, alright, we will be cutting the stream here as we go over to the next one for our next match, which should be coming up relatively soon. So we will see you then.
Hopefully with fixed technical issues.